the final day of the French Throwdown. We've got 2 tickets for the males, 2 tickets for the females to the CrossFit Games on the line. And we've got about 12,000 euro or something. We've got Thibaut from GoWad. Hello, thank you for joining us. We've got Johnny, still here from Seminar Staff, CrossFit 179. So a watch along here more so than a commentary. So Thibaut, you can relax. I don't expect you to be going into any of the minutiae of competing.
I'm actually
here.
watching.
We have the females are underway in the first heat.
We'll be able to tell now by the live comments if we're back or not. Somebody will comment the chickens are back, probably.
There we go.
We're back.
All right, bring us through the workout again there.
We're going again, so it's 4 rounds for time. The girls are just coming in for the second round. So 400-meter run, and it's 20 meters of an axle bar overhead walking lunge. Girls have got 40 kilos, the guys will have 60. First round just took a little bit over 3 minutes. You guys can't tell here, but it's the rain's coming down quite heavy outside. It won't be too much of a factor. It might be a little bit slippery for the first couple of lunges, but I think it'll be fine after that. The run seems to be the separator at the moment. Overhead mobility on the lunges will make it easier or harder. A narrow grip is going to be a little bit easier. Wider grip's going to be a little bit harder, especially on the midline, but the weight shouldn't be too much of a problem. There's a 12-minute time cap on the workout. And it's 20 meters total, so 10 meters down, spin it around, 10 meters back up the other way.
So we've got Thibaut from GoWad here, who I introduced earlier on, but nobody heard me say it. You've been coming here a long time, haven't you, French Throwdown? Have you always been involved with this?
2018.
Okay, and you've seen lots of different iterations of it. What do you think of this venue, this setup?
Well, I'm kind of biased because it's in my hometown, so I would say it's pretty good. I think it's a venue that can fit a true semi-final like we saw last year. A bunch of top names. The fact that they have 3 different spots to work out is pretty cool. The one outside, obviously, you can watch, and then the big one here. I love the venue. I hope we can do it again next year.
You have a physical HQ now with GoWad. So you had offices and stuff, but now you have an actual a gym, full facility. Yeah. How's that going?
Pretty good. It was packed all week.
Yeah,
it was packed all week. The gym, I've seen a lot of fitness for the first time this week. It's usually just us working out in we had classes with Willie, with a bunch of partners all week. So yeah, that's good.
And you have the new app. Is it like are you calling it a new? Is it the same app upgraded, or is it a new app?
It's the same app.
Okay,
It's the same app, same names, same stuff. Just
but
like
a new iteration,
new
an
version.
evolution. And what are the major changes with it then?
Well, the major one is that we don't have only CrossFit now, and we have all 50 sports. So basically, whatever you do, we can assess, give you an analysis, and then protocols specifically for your sports. And then we also, took the opportunity to add 120 new exercises, have something that is way more active than it was. In the past, there was a competitor of us that basically said that mobility was just yoga, and so when we launched, we couldn't
Pliability. Go on.
yeah, those guys. And so we couldn't really push the limit and say, hey, by the way, you were doing everything wrong, you need to do that now. So we slowly but surely added more active exercises, and I think we're gonna still do it. We need to educate more about that. So far so good. I mean, we had positive reviews about the app, and it's going to grow, and I'm happy.
If somebody is because I know most people, what most people like about it is when they start up with their free trial, they get to do the mobility test, and in my case, see how absolutely ruined you are. In other people's cases, to prove how mobile they think they are. Has that changed? So would I get a different result now than I would have a month ago if doing the same test, or has the test evolved?
Yes. So you still have an overall score, like a score over 100, and then you have area by area. You can know exactly. But you also have a mobility level per sport. So you could be the best CrossFitter ever. If you can rotate, then your score for golf is going to take a hit. So now you have a very personalized analysis per sport for everything you do, and so the protocols are also adapted to that.
Okay, that's interesting. So the French Throwdown obviously synonymous with CrossFit in France, CrossFit in Europe. We have like 4 tickets to the games on the line here, 2 females, 2 males. Have you or GoWad, has there been like reservations about being involved with this, or have you been like scarred at all from last year, or is it just like CrossFit or nothing sort of?
No, honestly, I mean, it wasn't even a question if we were sponsored that or not. For many reasons. The first one being that it's in Montpellier, but also our friends are running this competition, and back in 2018 they supported us, gave us a discount to partner with us when we were nobody basically, and so we want to be sure that we're here, we want to support the French community, and it's the only place we can go and speak French.
Well, you can go other places, just nobody will know what you're talking about. Yeah. So as you can see there, the athletes are coming back in. It is really wet. This south of France is bullshit, by the way. The weather is terrible.
I think it's because
Because of you. Not fair. We left. So Wales, notoriously grey, wet. Ireland, notoriously grey, wet. We left 20-degree heat, sun, blue skies. We come to the south of France and we get grey, wet.
I mean, if you look at the weather for next week,
oh great, yeah, that makes it so much better.
I think it's gonna favor Lucy McGonigal. We're used to that.
Yeah, she's used to the rain. Yeah, she's used to a swim run. So the female leaderboard. This is our heat 1. It looks like Elisa Fuliano is basically a lock. Lucy McGonigal. Elisa can't go to the game. She didn't do the open, so she can't get the games ticket, but she can win and get the prize money. No rep there in lane 10. You have to go back behind that white line. I'm guessing her knee didn't touch the ground, the way the judge was gesturing. A bit of a stumble. Lucy's in second. She's 32 points behind Elisa. And Claudia Luck, then, the home favourite, I guess, is 10 points behind Lucy. Taylor Howe is 54 points behind Claudia. So conceivably could make the podium. She didn't do the open either. You've got to be pissed off if you didn't do the open and you're in this kind of position.
I guess it's going to be between Lucy, Claudia, and
Leia's too far behind. I mean, that's like 100 points basically she needs to make up. So unless she wins the next event, I don't see it happening. So it looks like it's a lock for Lucy McGonigal. 17 years old, making 18 years old. Yeah, since December, 18 years old. She's like the same birthday as me, pretty much. I mean, like years later, but still. So 18 years old and going to the CrossFit Games as an elite individual for the first time, having been there as a teenager and won it. That's pretty crazy. Claudia had look at the games last year was a rough year, and she's back this year. I think doesn't she coach an affiliate, and her partner owns an affiliate, or they both coach an affiliate? I think
they both coaching an affiliate. I think she's doing just a few hours a week.
No, I mean, still, it's rare.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, she has been on the French map for I think 4 years now. She made her way to the top last year. She has a tremendous performance. Finished 6th, I think, to get her tickets. And now, I mean, she has a shot to win the ticket.
Yeah. So 20 seconds left. We have our athletes crossing the line here. Is that like 12-minute cap? Johnny, do you think is the rain slowing people down a bit on this?
I wouldn't say it's slowing them down too much. It might bunch them up a little bit more on the run, but I still think that the people that were going to win and do well in this event will do well regardless of the rain outside. So pretty much everyone got in the time cap, 12 minutes. And I think the run is going to be one of the big things that separates them now in the top heat. If you can get a big lead out on the run, it's probably a little bit easier to make up a little bit of time there than it is on the lunges, but we'll see. We'll see from the first round.
Do you think that the axle bar makes a difference?
Not in overhead lunges.
I think if anything, the axle bar makes it a little bit easier overhead. It's a little bit easier overhead. It sits on the wrists and the hands a little bit better. So anyone that would struggle with an overhead lunge, the axle bar does make it a little bit easier for them overhead. So overall it makes it a little bit easier. And it's a light weight for these guys. So
would you have liked to see like cleans or something instead? Something where the axle bar matters more.
With wet hands?
Yeah, cleans would make it into more of a grip issue. We've already seen that a little bit with the double unders and the toes to bar. It got tested. So I like the overhead lunge. It is quite tough on the midline.
Lisa, a great performance there in that event. Running and axle overhead lunges, a lot of legs. How did the legs feel after the last event yesterday?
I think my legs are okay, but my butt, no. So it's hurt a little, but the run was a little shorter than I expected, like less than 400 meters. So I just say in my head, go, 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 and the lunge was okay, so.
And this is a big stage with lots of very fierce women, but you're doing a great job. Top of the second heat. What does it feel like being from CrossFit Jeunesse and having the French crowd here behind you?
It's really cool because it pushed me hard, and I thank them a lot, and that's all.
Congratulations and good luck for the last event later on today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't pull comments up, so I appreciate the comments, but I can't pull them up. Stanley said, why are you complaining then? Explain to me what you mean by that. I don't understand it. Hiller says it's awfully bright. Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching the World Fitness Project and then you start watching this, your retinas are going to be burnt to a cinder from...
You absolutely need sunglasses.
Just the lights being on, you'll do permanent damage to your... It's like looking at the sun. So we have our Heat 2 coming out. There's your Lena Simons, Holly Tynan, lane 2. Leah Starn, lane 8 is maybe, I mean, mathematically it's possible for her to climb up a bit. Claudia Dluck, currently in a games qualifying position. Lisa Fuliano, currently in top place, but cannot qualify to the games. She didn't do the open. This is Heat 2 of 2, yeah. Lucy McGonigal, currently in a games qualifying spot. Taylor Howe, just outside the podium, cannot qualify for the games because she didn't do the open. We got Connie Eastby there. That's huge for her getting into this heat and this close to the top. Mirham von Rohr, she's in 6th. Started off well and just kind of slipped away a little bit over the course of yesterday. At the start of yesterday, she was, it was mathematically possible, but maybe unlikely, and now very unlikely. Collie looking at Common Ground. That's a UK. He's a UK photographer, isn't he, that guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. He does good work.
running is not a strong suit for Claudia. So we'll see if it plays differently here.
How much? So, if you're good at lunging, if you can come in, trust yourself to just pick the stupid nose strips. My God, if you come in, it just looks like they have blackheads on their nose that they're trying to sort out. There's some kind of
Have you
skin
tried?
issue. No, I haven't tried it.
It's actually pretty good.
For
I mean,
what?
just sleep.
No, I'd wear it. No, like no. I mean, I need to worry about getting 8 hours sleep a night first, and then I look for that extra little 1%.
But that could help.
Yeah, I don't think so. Does it silence your kids?
Yeah, I can try.
So the run, if you can come in and trust yourself to pick up the bar and just start lunging straight away, how much does the run actually impact this workout, Johnny?
The run can be impacted by the lunges. If you're not comfortable with the axle bar overhead, a lack of shoulder mobility maybe, and you're fighting to keep the bar in a good position, that's going to spike your heart rate, which is going to make the run feel a lot harder. If your legs maybe aren't as strong and they get beat up by the lunges by rounds 2 or 3, that's going to affect the run. So being a good runner is important in this type of workout. Even though it's a 400 meter, it's going to be a bit of you're going to push the pace on it. But if you're struggling with the lunge because of your overhead position or lack of endurance of the legs, it's going to make the run way harder. So I think that being able to run under a little bit of fatigue, heavy leg fatigue as well by rounds 3 and 4 is going to be where the difference will be made.
Annie, will there be much compounding from the rest of the weekend for these guys, do you think?
Nah, I don't think so. Not for this workout. The overhead lunge does challenge the midline quite a bit. And we did see quite a little bit of midline work with the toes to bar and the GHDs yesterday, but not so much. They're going to be feeding their legs and their lungs way more on this than their midline.
So Mirjam van Roer is leading them into the stadium on this first run.
Yeah, she's a good runner.
Yeah, High Rocks history there. She always looks nervous. So she's the first onto the bar. Straight up, no hesitation. So they have to go red line to red line. You're sent back behind a white line if you stumble, fall, drop, whatever. You don't have to go back to the very start. Touch the knee, step through, lock out, etc. And then at the yellow line, you turn around and head back to the red line, and then you're back out for your next run. So basically a variation of Nancy, essentially.
I wondered if we'd see just any of them just completely walk the lunges out without stopping in between, but you can see they're all taking just a little step in between just to let the legs recover a little bit. I think Taylor Howe might be the only one that's not really stopping in between, which means the legs are under tension the whole time. So it's faster, but if that means you run 15, 20 seconds slower, it's probably not worth it. Maybe taking a little bit of a pause between each rep just to get the legs to recover a smidge could be beneficial in the later rounds, but we'll see.
So they're heading out on their second run into the puddles, the flood outside the door. Largely one pack heading out, like pretty much everyone. You start to see a bit of separation now, I guess, is where Mirjam is heading. She's stocky, isn't she? She is. It's like a cannonball that runs really well.
Yeah, because she also competed in weightlifting.
Yeah. Didn't she weightlift at the Swiss Nationals or whatever?
Yeah, she did.
So she's sort of done all the individual sports and then combined them with CrossFit. Yeah, so she's done like high rocks and running and all that. Did she do IF3 as well, I think, maybe? I think she did.
She needs to do gymnastics.
Kenneth DeLapp says, Happy Mother's Day. It's not Mother's Day here, man, but yeah. Shout out to all the mothers out there, as Luke Parker said yesterday. You know, I got a bit of shit for talking about Luke Parker's faith on social media yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. I said if Luke Parker qualifies for the games, I'll believe in God. Because I just thought it was that unlikely.
I mean, he's pretty down below in the leaderboard. So.
Yeah. He did well, like, yes, evening. But yeah, I wasn't actually mocking his faith. I was more so... I was kind of mocking his faith. There's Claudia Gluck. Doesn't favour running according to her compatriot here.
Yeah, but she's very good at lunging, so maybe she can pick up some ground. Mirjam on the right side.
Yeah, she's really powering through, isn't she? So we have our first athlete turning around. So Miriam has a lead coming in from the run, and then she's getting caught on the lunges, basically, on each round. So lane 6, our first athlete heading out in the run. If our screen was larger, we'd see her name, or if someone had provided us with a list of lane assignments. Wouldn't that have been handy? There's Holly Tynan heading out, Miriam Von Rohr heading out. So you're seeing more separation here now. So there's Taylor going out. I think that's Elisa Fuliano, Lucy McGonigal I see there. So now I guess, Johnny, is where a gap will start.
Yeah, this is where now all the leg fatigue starts ticking in. Like you can tell by the way they're running out the door, like how heavy the legs are. So they're just going to try and use this run now to try and keep pace, but to try and let the legs recover a little bit for the lunges, because it looks like you can make up way more time on the lunges than you can the run. So the run's going to be about let the legs try and recover, get the lactic acid out a little bit, and the better runners will be able to recover a little bit better on the run. So it looks like it's going to come down to the last 2 sets of lunges who can move through them better and then just survive and recover on the run.
Caleb says, shout out to your mom specifically. She's not good enough for you, Caleb. She's not good enough for you. So we have our first athlete back in. Do you know who that is?
Caleb?
No, this.
This girl?
Yeah.
No.
No,
I mean,
me neither.
Our screen is pretty blurry.
Yeah, it is not ideal for looking at. So we can essentially see what you see. So if you're coming here expecting Sean Woodland, the voice of CrossFit, to be telling you what lane everyone is in and who they are and etc., we cannot concede. Oh, Andrea Moistus, there you go.
Yes.
Thank you. Brief, fleeting moment of HD. So Andrea Moistus is in 11th. So an event win here would catapult her up to about maybe 7th or 8th, depending on how those in front of her do. She started off really well, kind of slipped away a little bit yesterday, same as Leah Starn, same as Miriam Von Rohr. And the others, I mean, Elisa Fuliano, Lucy McGonigal, Claudia Luck, Taylor Howe, all had a pretty poor start to the event, that first workout, and have just climbed all the way since then. So Andrea Moistus is heading back. She's got a significant lead over the rest of the field now. She's heading out on her next run. 12-minute time cap. Most of the last field seem to finish in around the 10 or 11 minutes, so we should be well ahead of...
I think, Claudia missed a rep.
Yeah, she's behind now. So Miriam, Holly Tynan, CrossFit Aberdeen, Rob Lawson, like lifelong red shirt, coaches her. Taylor Howe heading back right behind Miriam Von Rohr. No chance we're going to see who that girl is running out. There's a rain again.
I think she's got it.
Yeah. Unless she slips. She pretty much has a lock here.
Yeah, different strategies on the shoes. You have some running shoes and classic CrossFit shoes.
I heard Miriam say her name like Miriam in an interview. I don't think she says it like Mirham, for what it's worth. Oh, okay.
I think that's because of John Young.
Yeah, probably. John Young's everlasting impact on the sport. Lucy McGonigal, I mean, she's pretty okay in second place, but she doesn't want to not push the envelope too much on this one either. I mean, there are still people chomping behind her. Taylor Howe is ahead of her. Miriam Von Rohr is ahead of her. Leah Starn is ahead of her in this workout. She has a significant lead, but I mean, you don't want to take any chances either.
She's redlining now.
Yeah. Final round? Final round. Holly Tynan, quick check. See if it's nearly lunchtime. So Andrea Moistus first onto the lunges. Holly Tynan is going to be about a length behind her on the lunges. So it looks like, unless she absolutely falls apart with no reps here, she's pretty sorted.
Oh, she's way quicker on the lunges.
Yeah, she's quick. It's kind of, would you say it's kind of rare, Johnny, to have an event like this where the running matters, the lunges matter, and like both aspects matter? Like JR's in the chat there saying, shout out to a couplet where both things actually factor in.
Yeah, so often you get workouts where there's one movement that decides who wins. Like you could argue that the wall ball, deadlift, handstand push-up workout, it was so skewed towards people that were good at wall face and strict handstand push-ups. So it's good to see that in a workout like this, like the lunge eats you up, you're going to struggle on the run, you're not going to be able to make up the time. But we've seen athletes that are able to make up time on the run, lose time on the lunge. So it's a well-programmed, I mean, I think the whole weekend has been well-programmed, been well-rounded. And this is just another one of those good workouts where you can't have any weaknesses. You can't have a massive weakness in the run and cover it off by something like the lunge, because they're both evenly repped out or distanced out, that there's a compounding effect on both. So it's a good program, well-programmed event, especially based off the events we've seen so far.
So Andrea Moyes is first place, Holly Tyne in second place. It looked like Leah Starr and then Elisa Fuliano. Miriam Van Roor just like a fraction of a shoelace ahead of Taylor Howe there. Lucy McGonigal looks like she still has a length to go. So it's going to have an impact on the leaderboard. Not a significant enough impact, but it means that Lucy and Claudia are going to need to go to work in that last. It's not going to be a victory lap. So 10:38 on the clock. I think our first two scorers from the first heat are going to factor in here now too.
I think the last workout is a good one for both Lucy and Claudia.
Yeah.
Also, depending on the belt.
There's a no rep from Lucy being sent back.
I think on the last workout as well, with the 12.96 sandbag squats, as you could see a bit of carryover from this workout as well, where the legs are just trash from the running and the lunges.
Lucy crossed the finish line there, 11:09. That no rep surely cost her 2 or 3 spots. Just a stumble, judge sent her back. Feet didn't come together. I believe that's our last female across the line. Yeah, that's nasty. So everybody within the time cap there. We are going to clear the floor and have our men come out. So we'll update you on the leaderboard as it comes, but for now, it looks like Elisa Fuliano is still going to be in first. It looks like Claudia Gluck might move up into second. Lucy slipped down into third. But I need to see the placings, but I don't think Taylor can catch Lucy. Even if Taylor does catch Lucy, she can't get a games ticket. So it's Leah Starn is the one that Lucy really needs to be concerned about, who is the guts of 100 points behind. So probably maybe 60, 70 points behind going into the final event. So it's a cushion, but it's not insurmountable, really. No.
Do you know if they can wear a belt for the last event? That's
I
a rumor on
so.
the street that they can't.
They can't?
Yeah, because it's going to
nice.
matter a lot on the carry.
Oh, yeah, because they'll sit on the belt.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless maybe they can...
Miriam, you are no stranger to compromised exercising after running events. I know this one will have been an exciting event for you, but how do you respond to the pressure going into an event like this where everybody expects you to do so well?
There's
yes,
some
it
World
was
Fitness
a little
Project
bit of
lighting for you now.
pressure, but I think it was my favorite workout. So yeah, it makes fun, but I have a lot of struggles by the overhead walking lunges. So my back was really tired, and then I cannot run so fast than I planned before. So the first run was recovered and very good, and then it was a big challenge, a bigger challenge than I think before.
First in this year's Open and just missing out on a place in semi-finals online. I know it means a lot to you to try and get back to the CrossFit Games. You've 3 athletes above you at the moment on the leaderboard, but that is going to put you in a good position going forward. You've got 1 event to go. What does it mean to you this year to qualify for the CrossFit Games?
Yes, it was a very difficult weekend for me. I cannot so good perform as I planned. But yeah, the CrossFit Games means for me a lot. I think it was the hardest work. I compete in so many sports, but for competing in CrossFit, so I work a lot in training, recovery, nutrition, mindset, and all this thing, and this is why it means for me a lot.
Sorry, congratulations on that performance there. You've got one event to go and we wish you the best of luck going into that.
Thank you.
All right. Miriam, or Miriam, depending on who you ask, saying that she wants to qualify for the CrossFit Games, that she's done a lot of sports and this is the hardest sport that she's done.
CrossFit?
Yeah, that's what she said there. Well, that's not word for word what she said. The men leaderboard overall, Bronislav Alenkovic has a 34-point lead on Moritz Fiebig, who has already qualified for the CrossFit Games, but would like that cash, I'm sure. Nika is looking to qualify for the Games for the first time, and he is about 34 points behind Moritz, and Callum Clements is 4 points behind Nika, having been 76 points behind him heading into that last 30. Yes, that's a huge turnaround. Like, looking at him yesterday, I basically said, all right, it's mathematically possible, but I mean, it's not probable. And now it's a total shift. That's really impressive. You familiar with Nika? Do you know anything about him?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched him for 2 years competing in French Throwdown. He's good. I mean, he's a good CrossFitter. He's well-rounded. I think it's going to be a pretty decent workout for him. I'm more concerned about Bronislav in this one.
With the run?
With the run.
Callum's not a great runner either, though. Like,
it's not the best runner, but decent, yeah.
Yeah. And then Bronislav also has the sandbag to look forward to. For even if he does a bit of damage here, he'd probably be all right with that.
Yeah.
So heat 1, we'll have to wait for that little race for the last. This stupid nose, God damn it. It's just
I'm gonna
dumb.
buy one for you.
Oh my God! I mean,
oh yeah, for the last event.
that guy in front looks like a Timu Royce Dunn. All right, so the guys are heading off. Philroy Peters there from the UK in this heat. He'd be annoyed at himself being out in this heat again, won't he, after making it out last night or yesterday? I thought Braun was CrossFit Tour. No, they're two different people. CrossFit Tour is Griffin Raleigh, isn't it? The guy in the States. He's doing grid this year. Braun has qualified for the age group
Last year.
and this year.
This year also?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it
his
doesn't
aim,
surprise me. But
his aim was to qualify for the games and the age group last year, and he missed out. And it was his aim again this year. He looks to be doing it. His Justin Kotler is his coach, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
Underdogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like I'm not really that familiar with him. He seems like an all right guy.
I don't know if that's the French, aspect, but he seems to get better with age, like wine. So.
Maybe, or whiskey. Could be the Irish. All right, so the guys are look at that action with that cameraman. Good man. That was smooth.
Yeah, Romain Felono is a firefighter, very good at running.
He used to carrying shit and running and water. Yeah, this Barbara Spin says this sucks. Why can we see the athletes? Yeah, so I actually asked the broadcast team to turn the lights down. So I apologize. You can. What I was doing at the start of the event, I was just wearing my sunglasses just because I really destroyed my retinas because I was watching the World Fitness Project, and then I switched over to this. And I was like, oh my God, it was like staring directly into the sun.
It's actually okay.
One more. Go on, son. That's Philroy Peters there in centre lane. Oh my God, that was. Yeah.
He's wearing running shoes.
Yeah.
So he's unstable for sure.
Do you see that a lot, Johnny, where even you look at High Rocks, you look at say that first event at Mayhem Classic with the running, and you see the guys coming in. It's not like 5K. It's not like a 5K run, but they're wearing these running shoes and then coming in doing lunges or wall balls or squats or whatever. Do you think maybe they need to just like cop on and just wear a pair of nanos or whatever?
Yeah, I think it depends on the workout, on what. Like if the majority of the workout is running and box jumps, then maybe running shoes are going to be a better choice. But in something like this, with the lunge as well, especially being overhead, you probably want a more solid shoe with a harder sole. Yeah, exactly. But I think he was struggling there, not because of his shoes, more of his overhead position. You can see he's not quite comfortable with the bar overhead. Quite a narrow grip. You see the elbows were like wanting to bend slightly, so you would be fighting against that, which means the bar's probably going to want to move forward and you're always fighting against it. And that will get harder and harder, probably, and worse as the round goes on. So we'll see what it's like now in round 2 and 3. But his overhead position was what he was struggling with then.
Yeah, I think what I'd probably do is I'd put my nose strip on, my running runners. I'd come in, I'd swap to my lifters, put my belt on, my wrist straps, pop the bar up. Everyone else would be coming back in from the second round, and I just do my own thing,
Put your nose strip off before lunging.
Yeah, I'd have, what is it, 5 rounds? I'd have 5 nose strips. Yeah. 4 rounds. I'd have 4 nose strips. I'd be just putting them on and on and on. I wonder if you put one nose strip on top of the other one, does it increase the nasal capacity then as well? I'd be a great market for nose strips? Coke addicts. You could take the nose strip out, put it on, use the wrapper to take the Coke, and then
Kids don't listen to that.
Oh, it would knock your head off. Yeah, don't do Coke. I'll play the drug ad after this. That'll balance that out. Yeah. I put my nose strips on my eyelids to see the WFP better. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let more light in. Let your pupils dilate. That's a kinky enough camera angle there from broadcast, isn't it? That's someone who's used to making hype reels. One of my friends just texted me and said, "I bet Johnny likes listening to Funeral for a Friend." Is that your type of music? What type of music? No.
No, I'm like a
Oh, okay.
Drake kind of guy.
Okay, so they're heading back out on their run. It is really, really wet outside. Like, the running course that they have is just essentially in a car park out the back, like for deliveries and stuff. Tarmacked area, but you can see the puddles there, and the rain is still coming down. Around this near side where the cameraman was standing, there's an actual, 2 inches of water just in that area.
Third round.
Yeah. That is a mustache and a half. He's still eating yesterday's soup off that today, I'd say. That camera guy that's near him is really into this. He just kind of what's your man's name? Lucas Holberg? Was it? He was kind of like him, wasn't he?
Yeah, lighter version of him.
Yeah, so second to last round, 12-minute time cap, we're halfway through. Oh, he's making a move there, look. So quite a narrow exit and entrance, and then you have to run back around to your bar. So obviously everyone runs the same distance because you either start further away and finish closer or whatever, vice versa. You lunge back up to, so on this next round after this, and this is the penultimate round here, they lunge down towards where the numbers are, lunge back up, and then run back to where the numbers are to cross the finish line. That's where the timing pad is. So Karl Feldmar. Guten Tag, Karl. Good job.
Some guys are taking a break before the lunges, which cost them a few seconds. You saw Romain doing it.
So same as your standard lunging workout there, if any part of your foot is on that yellow line, you owe another lunge basically to come back, and you have to start with both feet behind the line. So you can see there's a lot of lads getting to the end there and doing that, that lunge filled with desperation to just be like, please let me make it without ripping my groin. Oh, look at those hokas. They cannot be good for... Yeah, you can see what Johnny's talking about there. The shoulders, arms outside the shoulders rather than stacked. That's basically what you're talking about, isn't it? That's kind of stacked position.
Yeah, you're pretty stacked there, to be fair. And he's gone a lot better than I thought he would in the workout so far. The shoulders are holding up, but you can see he's always struggling to keep the elbows locked out. But it's working. He's doing well. Sub 8 minutes going out to the last round. But all the time is being lost now on the lunges. You can see that some people are just way more comfortable overhead and way stronger on the lunge, and they're able to make up a lot more time inside than they are outside.
Did you play Heat 1 for this? Did you fill in
I
your?
absolutely didn't.
Oh,
I had a very busy week.
you might like. I mean, there was, honestly, if I managed to go by, there was no point doing it anyway. Like, I just
mean,
got everything so wrong.
I mean, yeah, Bronislav first is kind of a surprise, really.
Yeah.
Top 10 for sure. But yeah,
Well, Zanoni screwed me by backing out. That ruined.
I think Zinoni got his spot, so that's why.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
here. I saw him with like
He was-
tape and
he
stuff on
was
his
here.
calf.
He was actually at the gym on Thursday, and we talked to him, and he said like, "Yeah, I'm ready to compete. I'm excited." And then we didn't see him on the floor, so I don't know if it
I mean,
was tired.
it's probably like a law of diminishing returns, where he's just like, is this
Yeah.
a risk? What if I do something? You know.
I mean, it's 8 events, so
All right, so fake Lucas Essingberg Lucas Hoiberg is leading us back in. Phil Peters behind him.
It's all going to come down to the lunges now.
Yeah, one last thing. Philroy's overtaking him here. Look, he's making a move.
Oh.
Philroy is, I would argue, maybe less steady on the lunges though, so he probably does need a small bit of a lead. He's not going to catch him on it. But Philroy is also the type of guy to perhaps overextend. Yeah. I was at one of the Graft events, talked to Philroy, and he said he pukes after the first workout of every competition he's ever done.
Really?
He pukes afterwards, yeah.
So
Yeah, nerves, and it's usually some kind of sprint, and he just ends himself. So Philroy has a significant lead here.
definitely way more comfortable.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
good now. He knows it's in sight. So this is going to be a heat win. He has to go to the yellow, back up to the red line, and then, oh, there you go. The Castro cornrows. Go on, show us Philroy there again. Yeah, Philroy's away on his last length. So yellow line up to that red line beside where his name is, and then he needs to run back down to that number 10. He dropped down into this heat from yesterday. He was in the top heat yesterday. So he's looking to get back up if they reshuffle for the last event. Which you'd hope they would.
I think they will.
I mean, it makes for a better show. Come on, Philroy, pick it up.
He's got to take his time. He's got a bit of time.
He doesn't have that much. So about
Yeah.
3 more lunges.
Oh.
Oh, Philroy, you gin it. Philroy's over the
wow.
finished,
2.
run back down 1, 2, 3. So 4th place for Philroy, and he was leading the field. That
He
is
getting no rep, or he just drop it?
no, he was sent back. I think his feet kind of staggered a bit.
Yeah, it shows the importance of the lunges.
Yeah.
As well.
Like he was first in on the run, and he had a significant lead over those 3 guys that passed him too. I think someone's place just came off their bar, you know.
Really?
Yeah, look there on the left, lane 4. He dropped the bar and the plates popped off. There's Timu Royce Dunn. So we're all. To be honest, I don't think the plate coming off the bar made much of a difference there. I think that guy needed those few seconds
Yeah.
anyway. See, the GHD pad popped off one of the GHDs.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean, it's crazy because, when you see Rogue behind the scenes, they're checking every aspect of the GHD
Yeah.
like 3 times. So
It was such a
it is
fluke.
kind of unusual.
So 12 minutes. We've got about 20 seconds to go. 2 more athletes still on the field.
And I bet right about now they're all thinking, I can't wait to do 12.96 of a 90 kilo sandbag squat for the last event. Because this will definitely play a factor in the last workout. Time.
Yeah, that's it's a lot of legs, really, isn't it? Look, you can see the way they're walking. They've got that sort of John Wayne-esque, wobbly wide stance that I usually get after 10 air squats.
Did it right yesterday.
Yeah, we did a volunteer work or a affiliate workout yesterday with that erg shoot. Have you done that?
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
Johnny was so shit at shooting.
you were?
Oh, it was crazy.
I don't know. I can't line it up. My eyes go blurry. But he was just like holding it and then just shooting and just not.
The guy came over.
Just reload it.
Yeah, so there's a little flick on the top that you have to put to reload. So I was holding it, shooting. I was like, I'm a little bit off, but I kept my other hand up to flick up the thing so I could just adjust slightly.
Yeah.
And I was going 5 green lights, 5 green lights, 5 green lights over and over again. The guy comes over and was like, you have to lower the gun. I was like, why? He goes, you just have to. And I was like, if this is a bad guy, And I'm gonna be like, oh, I missed. Hang on, don't move.
Hey.
And shoot him again. It's like, he was like, yeah, but that's a machine gun tactic. And I was like, he's dead, isn't he?
What was the workout?
Hang on.
Phil
wait one
Roy,
sec.
they say it's not how you start an event, it's how you finish it. As those heats went on over those 4 rounds, you started to catch up on those leaders and finished really strong. Just pipped over the line by about a third of a second by another athlete. But how was that event for you?
I knew it was going to be kind of a running event, kind of trying to keep the same pace, but everyone slowed down. It was more so trying to pass people that were in front of you, even though it feels a bit harder. That extra 5 seconds per 400 meters adds up over the 4 rounds, making sure that the overhead lunges were quick.
And last year we saw you here at the French Throwdown in a team event. You've transitioned to individuals this year. How different does it feel to be an individual athlete?
For me, it's enjoyable. Like, all competing for me is enjoyable. And for me, getting to this stage is what I've always wanted to. When I first started CrossFit, I just wanted to get better. But now knowing that I'm good enough for the semi-finals level, it brings joy to training when I'm all alone or with friends as well.
It's been incredible to watch your journey here. Congratulations on almost a heat win there. And we look forward to seeing you in the last event.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Congratulations on almost a heat win was the parting line there. It's like, here's a kick in the balls while you walk away. So there, we've got our WFP lighting here for you guys at home. Oh, look, to turn them on. Ah, well, you'll be able to see the athletes though. So our top heat, Kenneth asked, are we actually here? Or am I just in my garage with a poster up behind me? No, it's kind of a combination of both. We are actually here, but I might as well be in my garage. So we've got our top heat. Your center lanes there are the ones where the fight really is. You've got Nika, lane 9. Bronislav is currently in first in lane 10. He's got about a 14-point lead over Moritz Fiebig, who's in lane 11 when the screen changes. God, people read slowly. Come on, change the screen. Olde Supanix, Victor Hessinghoff, people who, people would have maybe a little bit further up. Fabian Hermans, what do you call him? Oh my God, Adrian Munweider had him picked as maybe getting a ticket. He's in 5th, a little bit too far out. But yeah, Moritz Fiebig in 11, Callum Clements. So it's basically Callum Clements and Nika are the two to watch here because there's 4 points separating them. And it's essentially whoever finishes highest between the two of them has a shot at getting a games ticket here. So Moritz already has his ticket. Bronislav looks to have a decent enough lead that he's probably getting one of the tickets. So it's between Nika and Callum to see who can get the next one. Luke Parker there in the background had an absolutely terrible showing on day 1. Had a great showing yesterday and really redeemed himself. And he's back up in the top heat. Guillaume Briant there behind him too. Another guy who had a bad start and has clawed his way back up over the course of the weekend. Oh look, he's using an invisible nose strip, that guy. That's Jan van Finkelberg, isn't it?
Yeah, that's better.
I mean, it's more subtle. He probably doesn't get as much money from Airwave though. The guys with the black strip get a heap.
I mean, depending on how the workout goes, Moritz could maybe, almost catch Bronislav.
Yeah.
And I think Moritz is going to be really good on the final event.
So will Bron. I mean, Bron's
both of them,
going
yes.
to the games anyway. Like, he basically can't be caught because the next event, unless he just doesn't show up, he's pretty much good. Like, sandbag squats would be pretty good for him. So we got 4 rounds, run out there in the swimming pool, back in, lunge out and back. Oh, a little bit of a slip there. Kind of run on polished concrete as well, which probably isn't ideal coming in from outside. We have a tight entrance. Is that a bad phrasing to use? Tight exit, tight entrance. Everybody's fairly clumped together. We saw in the female heats and in the first heat here that the real separation comes in around the middle of round 3, like coming in from the run there is where the separation is. So Guillaume Briant, Luke Parker, pretty much everybody picking up at the same time there. So yeah, we're all basically inseparable. Nika there in centre of your screen, fighting for a games ticket. Braun to our right as we're looking at him. Luke Parker and Guillaume Briant there, centre screen. Yerm is in the black Nocco shirt at this Fit Aid sponsored event. Yeah, so we're not expecting much here in terms of gaps or leads or anything. It's after this next round is where we'll start seeing it. Who goes out first on this run and pushes it and starts just pulling away a bit. Pretty much everyone going out together. Bit of jostling. You'd love just one time on a run like this. You'd love someone like Guillaume Briand looks like the type of guy that would do it. Just as you run out the door, just nudge someone into the barriers.
I bet there's a bit of elbows out going on. It'd be good to see if we could see them out there outside with a camera, but there's definitely be some sort of elbows out as they go in and go out and come back in. That first round was super tight. It was also a very fast first round. What you have to worry about is just running your own pace. If you go too fast on the lunges first round because everyone else is going fast, you're going to suffer rounds 3 and 4. And that's where all the time is won and lost. The round 4 is where we've seen a couple of people drop it. Their shoulders have given up. Their legs forced them to slow down. So you have to get your pacing right on the first 2 rounds. And you're better off in this workout finishing a little bit faster than getting dragged along in the first couple of rounds, going too fast on the lunges, burning the legs out, and then not being able to recover on the runs for round 3 and 4. So we will see now as it goes on who knows their pace and who's gone a little bit too fast too early.
Pretty sure that's Ludwig Hansen coming in first there. That's Nico, who's looking for that qualifying spot. I don't see Callum Clement anywhere here. There he is. So Nika has about a maybe 3 rep lead on him. He's got a very long lunge, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Sven Geens, isn't it? I would hate judging this. Not for any other aspect other than trying to walk around your athlete with bars everywhere in the air. So you're starting to see a small bit of more separation in the first round now, but it's still pretty tight. Like the entrance to the arena. So there's Hispanchik heading out first, Nika second. So Ludwig Hansen was first in from the run, and he's in about 5th maybe heading out there. Callum Clement is there too. There's about maybe 6 people between him and Nika, who's ahead of him. And yeah, it's basically like the fitter guys are just starting to separate themselves a bit here now. The people who are just run no problem, lunge no problem. Not having to think about either aspect. And then there's Uldis, who was having to think about the run and the lunge.
Oh, more.
He had shoulder surgery, didn't he, recently enough?
He had an injury. He had a surgery, but
That overhead position wouldn't be exactly desirable then. So not Panchik coming in with Nika. Nika's stripping off. He's got the subtle nose strip too. Airwave obviously not giving him the big bucks yet. It could be just like a plaster, like a band-aid. He just wants to fit in.
yeah. Maybe he's not distributed in Georgia.
Yeah, maybe. Morris Fiebig, second coming into this event, has his games ticket already, but has an eye on that €12,000 first prize. Wow, that's pretty quick heading into lunges from that guy, wasn't it? Geez, the French are passionate, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're passionate about CrossFit, bread, smoking, cologne.
All the cliches that you can think of. I'm curious to see where Władysław is now.
Yeah, I'm looking for him. He should be in that centre lane. There's no sign of him yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably like, well, just finish it. Like,
I mean, if you can keep some, energy for the lap.
yeah.
And
Just
in the first
destroy it.
place, why not? But
So Bronislav just
nice
picking up
here.
his barbell there now. Oh, Nika sent back.
On.
So his Panchik is first out. He's actually German, I think, but anyway. Sounds better. I see Luke Parker heading towards the finish there as well. One more lunge for him and he's heading out. Sven Gein's heading out. Pierre Brianch has another length to go here, so the gap is just widening and widening. Yeah, Nico was screwed over that no rep there. I mean, deservedly so, but
This is going to cost him.
I see Callum heading out.
If he's gone too, if he's gone too quick in the first 2 rounds, and he's dropped that under fatigue, not because of maybe just a mistake where he's lost control or whatever, he might lose a lot more places now in the last round. And again, it all comes from pacing in the first round. You have to know what's too fast for you, what's not fast enough. It's no good trying to keep up with the people next to you. They're running a different race almost.
So we're heading back in final round.
Final.
That's-
They're way ahead of the previous
Yeah,
meet.
so that's Lucas Weza, isn't it? How do you say that name?
Where? Oh, Luca Uze.
Uze.
No, that's the name.
That's not him?
No.
Great. Who the hell is he then?
What was the name?
Oh, Eric Sokold. That's him. Wow, they are fast lunges. Look at that center lane.
No,
She was going in no rep, I think, and she stopped herself. So Eric Zuckold is absolutely tanking through these lunges. The speed, that's that step through that Johnny was talking about earlier on. He's kind of lost it a bit there now, but he was doing it. Really caught up. He was kind of second to the bar.
you gotta go 7-9.
Yeah.
The problem with stepping through is it's super easy not to fully extend the hip if you're not concentrating on it, and that's an easy way to pick up a no rep. It's good to go fast, but
So first place, Eric Zuckold. He is in 9th, so that'll bring him up a good bit. I think that was Anistis Armitage that came across there. Nika still moving. Callum is behind him.
Good performance by Moritz.
I mean, basically what's going to happen here is you'll have Nika and Callum, but Nika had a better lead over him. Yeah, so the gap is closing. So even if he does beat him, he's only going to beat him by like 2 points, whereas he could have stretched the lead. Big rest here for Nika. Callum is still behind him though. Callum needs to make a move. If he wants to do it, now is the time. Moritz Fiebig nearing the end of his. Luke Parker across the line. So more and more athletes coming in.
Oh, and he lost his spot.
So Nika's across the line at 9:57. He looks annoyed at himself. Bronze across at 9:58. Where is Callum? Callum's just about to finish, is he? Yeah, here he goes. So 10:08 unofficially for... Oh, no, it's not Callum.
Oh, no, he finished already.
Oh, did he? Okay. I cannot explain to you how blurry it is. Is that our last guy? No, he's still one going. But that's a... His soul is gone.
Oh, this.
Nicholas Bloat left a comment that I can't understand. If you could just kindly write that in English. Zero effort. Oh, here, you'll be able to read it. You're French. If it's an insult, translate it to something else.
You can't see the leaderboard. We are completely lost.
The leaderboard's on Competition Corner. And there's also a French stream in French language.
There is Eli is running it.
If you go to the French Throwdown on YouTube, you can watch a French language stream.
Almost must be taking an extra 10 reps.
Yeah, just with step length.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very short length, isn't it? I wonder, is that his shoulder that he's protecting it?
So overreach on the lunge.
Yeah, his overhead position doesn't look very stable at all there. There's like to reach behind him at every step, isn't it?
Lunge is tiny, so like he's probably adding a couple of reps on every length, and then that just adds up and adds up and adds up. If someone offered you 10 reps less in a workout, you take it.
The clock's at 11:37 and he stopped there. It looked like. So yeah, we have one more workout to go. Sandbag squats. We've got, I believe Bron will still be in first place. He might slip down to second. Moritz will either still be in second or will be up in first. Nika should still be in third and Callum should still be in fourth. And I do think it'll come down to who finishes higher in that last workout between Nika and Callum. Callum will need a bit of interference from other people. He'll need a couple of people to finish between him and Nika will need the opposite. He'll need...
But I think the workout suits Callum most.
It should.
He's better on squats.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we don't go. They were there and then they were gone.
Bronislav, you are the leader coming into this event. Only 2 events today. There are 2 spots for the CrossFit Games 2025, and it feels like there are 3 athletes all fighting for position. How did you prepare for this event going in?
Like I said yesterday, and like I'm saying all the time, I am not thinking about this CrossFit Games ticket. This is way too far. At least about one more event far from me. So the only thing I am thinking right now is the final event.
And Eric set a very fast pace on that run. It was hard to keep up, but you said yesterday it's not how you start an event, it's how you finish an event. And you kept calm all the way through. One of the things that the athletes have had issues with is the overhead position. You didn't seem to have a struggle with that. Did your back feel tight when you went out onto the run?
Well, if you know me, if you watch me from several years, but probably you know that I'm not super good, fluent in running. So in such events, I always looking for the advantage on the other side than the run. So my goal was to just keep up with the run as fast as I can to be able to move on the floor with the lunges. And it was pay off because on the last lunges, I passed Callum and was really close to guys who I am beating for the podium. So, yep, it is. I'm really happy about my result. I have no idea what will be overall at the leaderboard, but I'm really happy that I finished close to these guys.
You're absolutely right. That sprint to the line made it happen for you, and those strong legs made you over the line first. Congratulations, Bron.
Thank you. My legs are fried, so I have no idea the squats, but let's go. Last one.
Let's go. That's Bron.
So Bron finished there by saying, "Thank you, my legs are fried." So we have an update on the female leaderboard. Elisa Fuliano still in first, 576. Claudia Luck has moved up into second on 508. Lucy McGonigal in third on 494. Taylor Howe is about 20 odd points behind her, 478. And then Aline Wirtz has moved up into fifth, 458. So, you know, mathematically possible, but Lucy should be okay. This next workout should suit her as well. I mean, that one's going to be a damage to the ego as well. I'm sure she's going to be pretty pissed off after that last workout. But her and Claudia should be okay. Similar situation on the guys' side, more of a race. So we've got Nika just ahead of Callum Clement, and that really is going to come down to who does better in that last workout. But they need some help from people around them, so it'll be interesting to watch that one. We'll be back in it's about 2 hours, I think. I'll put something up on Instagram for the final, and we'll be back for that. I think we have Facundo coming in for that one to keep us company, and I'll ask him when the sale of CrossFit is going to go through. I'll just
ask him?
I'll just pin him to the wall for the whole
you think he
show,
knows?
asking for a day and time.
Oh, wow.
So come back for that. We'll finish off with a little ad. I mentioned cocaine earlier on, so we'll finish with an ad about drugs. If I can find it.
Doing drugs is dangerous. Drug addiction can happen to anyone. Get deep insights into your vulnerabilities and, more importantly, your child's susceptibilities with this simple genetic test.